lovelies, welcome back to the channel. We are leaving in about 6 days to head across the East Coast and start our East Coast tour. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, head on over to mischiefmaker.info where you can see exactly where we're going to be for the next 4 months. Yes, we are on the road for the next 4 months, not only with Mischief Maker right here, but with the giveaway vehicle also. Now, let me just pause for a hot second. The raffle tickets have now been available to purchase for just 6 days, and let me tell you, you guys have made an incredible difference so far for Tread Lightly. I can't thank you guys enough who've purchased your raffle tickets and or have become a member of Tread Lightly. You guys are absolutely incredible. We're not going to be able to raise this money for Tread Lightly without you guys. So head on over to treadlightly.org and make sure that you get your raffle tickets. You gotta be in it to win it. Probably going to be saying that a lot. But today, it's all about this one. I have been holding off on a couple of things that need done. A couple of gremlins, if you will. Starting with the evap canister. Now, we have a brand new one here. Look at that. Brand spanking new. Looks beautiful. Let me tell you, this doesn't even look anything like this underneath there right now. Obviously, I'm going to show you. And what we're also going to do today is switch out those spark plugs. Now, a lot of you are going to be like, that doesn't matter. You shouldn't have done it. Don't do it. Why did you do it? Well, I wheel pretty hard with this thing almost on a daily. I'm gonna go ahead and switch them out because it's part of the maintenance thing. You know, it's the little things that you don't think about that come back and bite you in the booty. So we're gonna get that done too. Let me show you what is going on underneath the Jeep with the evap canister. All right, we are under the good old Mischief Maker. This is what we're concentrating on today. The evap canister. You can see it has a skid plate here, thank goodness, because it's supposed to be like in there. It's not supposed to be stuck out here, and we haven't replaced this ever. So we're just gonna remove these 3 bolts. There's one here, there is 2 on the bottom right here, and it is 5/8 socket that you're gonna need to take that off. Okay, let's take this one off as well, I guess. I can't believe we left one. Here we go. All right. Okay, so we're underneath here. The hat is off. No need for the hat right now. As you can see, we've taken the old canister out. Those clips were actually zip tied in there. So I just snipped those zip ties and the clips came undone, no problem. Now, since we have kind of this area open, decided to take this link out right here, and as you can see, kind of grease him up a little bit. He was not looking too happy. Not happy at all. He wasn't greased up very well. So let's go take a look at the difference between the evap canister that we just took out and the brand new one. Okay, so here you have it. The old and the new. You can actually see those right there, whereas one doesn't even exist. And then you have, I don't know, this is just a way to like break off any second. Look at that. There's so much dirt and stuff in here that it's literally just breaking off. What on earth? this was not even clipped in before. This has seen better days. I'm gonna try bash this a little back into shape, maybe just like right here, so it's maybe a little flatter, and then we'll get this back on and back up there. I know a bunch of you are gonna be like, whoa, watch your foot, watch your toes. I'm watching. If I hurt myself, it's my own fault. Okay, so I'm just making sure this fits in. So these obviously go through the 2 holes that are right here. I've had to kind of bash them a little bit to get it in there. Just make sure that this little hole right here is lined up there so you can get the bolt through easily. This actually holds the canister in place. So I'm hoping that these stay in here now that I've put that back into shape, and it won't fall out like you saw at the beginning. It was kind of hanging off the side. Let's get this on, get this back up there, get the hoses back on and connected, and move on to the spark plugs. I think we did it, guys. I think we got the new canister on. Look at that. It looks beautiful. Clean, straight-ish, not completely bent up. But no time to rest because we still have work to do here. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna do one of my favorite things to do on the Jeep. I don't know why, I find it very therapeutic, and that is to change out the spark plugs. Now, you normally don't have to do this unless there's a sign of maybe you have to do it, like oil's got in there if you've kind of tipped over on a trail. But because we're leaving and we're gonna be on the road for 4 months, I just like to switch everything out pretty much, whatever. So we're gonna take a look at them. If they look good, we'll keep them as spares, but we're gonna switch them out to new ones. Normally I do get these, the Bosch, tomato, whatever you wanna say ones, but they only had 1 packet of these and there's 3 in each. So we're gonna be installing these today. Pretty simple task, to be honest with you, a little time consuming. You do have to be very careful of where you put things and remember what you've unhooked and stuff, but I'll walk you through that just now. First thing we're gonna do is put the hood of the Jeep up on the windshield so that we have all that space in there. Make sure that you put a cloth or something, or a t-shirt or an old rag or something there for it to lean on so that you don't damage anything, but let's get going. First thing you're going to want to do after just putting that lid up is disconnect your battery. It's very important. You don't want to be shocking yourself or having anything live in there. You are going to be working in this whole entire Bay Area, so safety first, people. What I forgot to mention is that you're going to need a 10mm socket to do that. So to take your battery apart, whether it's just the ground or the power, I personally like to do both. It's just a personal preference, but you're going to need a 10mm socket. Keep a hold of it because this is what you're going to need for part of the task that we're about to take on. Next, we just have to take our intake out and take it completely out of the way. Now, the reason why I make these sort of how-to videos is not to show like any skill set I have at all. I really don't have any skill sets. I learn everything that I know off of YouTube. And if I can encourage some of you guys to do this yourselves, or you know, have the confidence to go out and take a whole day, take 2 days, take a whole weekend if you want to do one task. But the feeling of doing something yourself in your own vehicle, there's nothing quite like it. And guess what? You are going to screw up. You are going to get things wrong. And I know, Walter certainly knows, I have made the same mistakes on certain things a number of times. It just is what it is. But at the end of the day, I work on my own rig, I learn from my own rig, and I know my own rig. That's why I do it. But again, if I can encourage any of you guys to get out here, get your hands a little dirty schmurty, and just have fun with it. Don't get frustrated when you're working on your own stuff. That's the worst thing you can do. When I get frustrated, it makes me want to put stuff off for days, and there's really no need. There's no pressure. So on this side, we're going to be removing some of these clips. So there's one down here. You saw I zip tied before, and there's one underneath here. Now we want to remove these 2 tubes. I'm just gonna need a little help. It's a little, there we go. There's a little dirt in there, so we're just gonna remove these. We're just gonna unplug this right here, and then there's one underneath as well. Let's see if I can show you. This one right here. There we go. So here's a question for you guys. Do you like clips? Do you like working with clips? I don't. I hate working with clips. It would be so much easier if I wore gloves, but then I can't feel anything. Gloves would probably make it 1,000 times easier and less painful, but yeah. Ugh, I hate clips with a passion. Okay, so here is where your handy 10 comes in play again. There are 4 bolts at the side of this, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear, and I just noticed that the 2 in the front here, let's see if we can get you nice and close. The 2 at the front, see these? I don't think I put them back on, and I know exactly where they are. I had no idea where they had come from, but this is where they've come from. And 2 in the rear back here. 1, 2, so we're just gonna take them off with a 10mm, and then we have 7 other ones from the top, and then we'll take that top part off. So we're gonna take the top part off now. There are 7 bolts. The other 4 are underneath here, so you kind of have to push and get in there. For some reason, I look like a 2-year-old that's just had ice cream for the first time with dirt all over my face, hands, and all over my clothes. But we have those 7 bolts out now. We're gonna take the manifold out and make sure that you have paper towel for this next step. I'll show you why. So something very important, this is where you're gonna need your paper towel. You don't want anything to fall inside of here. It's gonna be very, very, very bad for your engine. So we're just gonna take paper towel, we're gonna pop it in those holes, make sure that nothing can fall in there. ready to work on the spark plugs and get into them, you just have to undo the clips at the top of each and undo the 10mm bolt on the bottom. We'll be able to take that cap off and we'll be able to get in with our 5/8 spark plug socket. That is something you are going to need. Make sure you have it, because if you get this far and you don't have it, probably gonna cry. Don't cry, just go get one. You can actually find all of these tools on my Amazon store. I have had it for a while now, completely forgot that I had it, but I normally put stuff on there that I use, camera gear, tools, parts. So yeah, if you need any of the same stuff that I do, head on over there. Might make your life a little easier instead of Googling for hours trying to figure out exactly what you need. But let's get on with the job. So because my fingers are super raw from carrying on with clips, I'm actually just gonna not take the clips off, and I'm gonna do these one at a time. Okay, so the first one is open. We're gonna grab our 5/8 spark plug socket and we're gonna get on in there. Make sure you have long enough extension. It's the key. There we go. So we have our first one out. Let's actually take this out of here and we'll open a new one. We'll do a comparison, but this this looks completely fine and almost brand new, to be honest with you. The one that we just took out right now looks pretty good. The new one, they look pretty good. Now I'm well aware a lot of you who are going to be watching this are going to just be saying that was totally unnecessary to do. It's personal preference, right? I like to keep on top of my stuff. I don't want to worry about the small things that I forget all the time or we don't even think about. So again, just personal preference, maintenance, do what you want to do, but I encourage you to start doing your own stuff. Make time, because why not? So we're just gonna make our way through the 6 spark plugs. You can see these ones pretty easy on this side when we open that top up, and the other 3 are right in here. A little finicky to get to, but nothing we can't handle. So we're just gonna make our way through these nice and slowly. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. If you don't know what that is, it's like, ta-da. So you should tighten these to about 13 foot-pounds, or you can do it by feel. I decided to use the torque wrench because I have it here, and why not? It's good to be precise. I love this one. If you guys have never heard of Tecton, by the way, I'm not getting paid for pushing or advertising or mentioning anyone. I just really love the tools that I have. Tecton are phenomenal. I have the whole box of sockets and this torque wrench, which is really freaking awesome. Very lightweight, very easy to use. Comes in an awesome box, and why man, thank you man. Use it for everything. All right, spark plugs done. Look at the color of my hands. It looks like we've been playing with, like, I don't know, Nutella or something. I don't even know how I do it. I'm a messy eater also. Whatever, c'est la vie. I'll take it. But we are finished with this task at the moment, leaving in a couple of days. I want to know, do you guys want to see a little snippet every single day from when we're on the road? It could be like a travel day. We're taking you to Loves, showing you our favorite food or snacks or something stupid like that. Wheeling, of course, shows, stuff like that. You want to see something every single day? Leave a comment below. But I gotta go wash up, maybe take a shower. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.